Good evening everybody, welcome to IndyILR Racing and to the Italian Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed, or as we really should be calling it, the Temple of Chaos. Yeah, it's very fast but it's very dangerous, and hopefully we see everyone get through alive today. I'm a commentator Owen Wyatt. Voice is going a little bit, but we're still going because I'm dedicated and we've got to do this. And yes, welcome along. We've already got Murdoch leaving unfortunately, but plenty of time for him to come back, and we've got 15 minutes for him to do so. So we're here round 8 now. We're sort of into the end of the season races now. I think we've got only 4 more, including this one. We've got obviously Italy today, then I want to say USA next week. But it's either USA or Japan or something like that. But we're getting very close. Point is, we're nearly there. In fact, I've got the calendar right here. Yeah, Japan next, then USA, then Brazil. So yeah, only 4 races to go, and well, we should probably get the championship standings up. Would be quite useful during the qualifying session. Crazy Flan Rolls retired, so we've already potentially lost 2 drivers already. Hope he hasn't had a horrifying accident which has broken his legs. Now, as you see, Philip D at 20.9. That's probably not going to be the fastest time of the day. We'll probably see people into the 19s. If Pete isn't lying, that is obviously about his 19.2, I think he said. I'll see. We'll wait and see what they do. Qualifying trim, it's not like TT. You can't really get the perfect lap, if you get what I mean. You might do if you're really lucky, but most of the time you're going to lose a couple of attempts. And yeah, we'll see if anyone stays to their guns and gets into the 19th. We will find out. Now, when it comes to tyre strategy, what I've found is the tyre strategy here is a nightmare. I did a practice race earlier for ILR5 because I really want to win this one today. And so I did super softs to mediums. And yes, I'm still forgetting the names. And like, this season in real life has completely thrown me off. I'm fully happy to call the red tyres the softs now. But no, they're super soft still. Gotta remember that. But no, I did super softs to mediums. And 91%, let's just say that, on the mediums at the end of the race. I crossed the line backwards and just wasn't very good. So we'll see what people do today. People starting on the softs might end up with a bit of an advantage. They'll get longer tyre life on these, and then they will get shorter time on the mediums, which is quite important. Now, the mediums also take an age to turn on, as I discovered as well, which could play a factor in who sort of wins in the pit stops. It's a bit like Britain in that respect, I guess. But yeah, will be interesting anyway to see what happens as Moon Shalot gets himself straight into the 19s. Only taking 2 laps to do so, and yeah, I take a tenth quicker than my best time in my practice earlier. I'm in like the 19.3s nearly. I would have been happy with that, but then looking at the ILR7 chat, you know, 2 tiers lower than me, to find that they're quicker. Like, it's a bit demoralising, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no point complaining there. Just gotta keep going now. Pete, all eyes on him. He's bigged himself up quite a lot for this one, and with good reason. He needs to get the championship lead back today. He's led it all the way from round 1 until the last race, where Khalifa took the victory in Germany. Rather controversially, it was an issue with Codemasters. They actually stripped Pete of his pole time for no good reason. That meant Khalifa was promoted after that, which is an absolute mess for Pete. Ended up finishing 6th, nearly out of the race. But Khalifa top on 86 points only after 7 races. And he is only 3 points clear of Pete. So it's almost a situation of whoever finishes ahead of the other takes back the lead. We'll have to wait and see on that one. It's not, you know, it's clear cut as that, but if they're in the higher positions, then it might as well be. Bill is third in the championship standings. He's 17 points behind on 69 points. Mouchalot is on 65 in 4th. Biesma is the only other guy. So there's 5 guys who could come out of here top today. He's 22 points behind. He's on 64. Just had his best result of the season last time out of P2. So you could say he's on some good form. Could he take that forward and maybe benefit from a bit of chaos ahead? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we're starting to get into the business end of the season, and race by race we could be potentially sort of losing people from this championship fight. So we'll see what happens. There's still 2 people, by the way, yet to score this season. Only 17 people here today. As I say, Temple of Chaos. You never know what can happen in turn 1. Not Fernando and Strawblonde both need points finish. And this is only Strawblonde's second race of the season, by the way. As you can see, right there in the Cyber. So, yeah, hopefully you'll see them 2 in the points today. Like I say, you never really know with the chaos that could potentially happen here. So, we shall see. Especially in a corner like a Scary. On the exit of a Scary, don't be surprised to see at least one person in Narnia there. Because it's a very weird corner, because in real life you always see them throw it in there and it's all planted, it's all brilliant, wonderful, and you're thinking, oh, that's great, and you go into the game, you stick on it a ballast or whatever, and you just end up in Narnia, and it's really irritating. Second chicane as well, one that Alex has just gone through there, it's an interesting one as well. Like, if you even turn in like a fraction too late, you're screwed, pretty much. It's a high risk, high reward, let's say that. If you're really committed for it, you're going to get a good lap. But if you're too conservative, as I found out earlier myself practicing, it actually could end up in the wall. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. But, yeah, we shall see what happens with that. Anyway, on the exit as well, you saw that Alex's rear end came out. You could think you've got through the corner. You could think, yes, done it. I'm safe, and then just the last minute the car can go. It can't even be on the curb or whatever, it can literally just go on you. It's really odd, but anyway, we've got 7 people in the chat. Hello, welcome along. Do feel free to be active in the chat, just like Jakey Boy, giving Bill his well wishes, which probably is a bad thing, obviously, knowing his record, but oh well. Now, is Boom, that says Callum Barham. We'll go with that. Boom. Can we just call him Boom? I'm going to call him Boom. I think he's new. Currently 4th. See if there's any improvement on that. In the not too distant future. Only 8 minutes to go. And you can get probably 4 laps done on the Supers if you're quick enough in and out of the box. So we can see in that. And, well, ILR's just done a tweet. Well, must make sure that they all retweeted so that we win this week on views. Obviously we're still waiting for that. Turn 1 as well. I'm just going through all the danger zones, by the way, because they're sort of padding time. That's sort of what happens in a qualifying season. Have you ever noticed? You only ever get the good times at the end. The rest of it's just padding. So the 2 chicanes, we've talked about 2 out of 3. The last chicane is turn 1. Now turn 1 is awful because well, it can be and can't be. Once again, on a new set of mediums, we're saying this is where Bill's coming through now. You have to brake so early if you want to make that chicane. You're in so much trouble if you don't on a new set of mediums. And honestly, if anyone in the chat's racing, please don't take turn 1 normally if you're on a new set of mediums, at least for a couple of laps, because you will just be shot off in Narnia. Or at least that's what happened to me anyway. Maybe I'm just really bad. That could be me. But yeah, braking is difficult enough to time normally, but yeah, on new tyres, oh, you gotta be careful. And we've got Alfie, Matt and Jensen in account. I'm just gonna guess it's your 16th account with this one. And yes, welcome along. He's saying he always looks at rears in turn 1, and like I said, that's an ABS issue or no ABS issue in that case. But yeah. Oh dear, we got Jake ordering my pizzas for me for when I retire. I mean, if you get pepperoni, that'd be great, or margarita, depends what they have. Or maybe just get both. We could share some pizzas. And yeah, lap 2. That's when I died last season when I killed Paul. I didn't mean to, but it was very funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's very funny. Now you got yellows up ahead here. Moonsterlot's gonna pop up. And are we going to see a car in the wall? No, but we will know it's a very slow car there. And, oh yes, Jack's doing all that stuff for me. Make sure you subscribe, you like the video, you share it to your friendly people. Because the friendly people, if they don't know about this league already, 1, you'll be telling them, 2, they'll probably share other people, and we can start getting some monetization. Or we probably should have it by now. I know I keep going on about this, but You know, we're gonna have to start getting paid soon. You know, we're starting to get popular. I need to, oh, gonna have to get the paycheck out. But yeah, please do like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Jake's subscribing from his own league that he races in. It's a bit of a stupid decision, if I'm being brutally honest with you. And yeah, make sure you have notifications on as well. You always hear YouTubers saying, "Oh, make sure you put notifications on. It's really important that it goes in your sub boxes." It is really important though here because these are all live broadcasts. And speaking of live broadcasts, next Tuesday, if you haven't heard, just on the concept of all money and all that stuff, there will be the first ever ILR tournament where money's up for grabs, just flat out. I mean, normally we do a trophy or a PSN card at the end of the season, just something nice. But on Tuesday, a short 9-race championship, 5 lappers. I'm commentating on it, obviously, because I'm the best commentator in the world. And it's these guys, the ILR7 guys and a couple of others, and yeah, they're going to go for it for a lovely tenner. And that'll be at 6:30. So, yeah, next week's ILR starts a little bit early. I'm very much looking forward to that. Hope you all are as well. Hopefully we break records of that and all that. And Jake's not on this because you're not ILR7. Because you would go out there and dominate the whole thing. I think it's ILR7 and a couple of ILR6, and then we've got like a million reserves as well. So we should hopefully get all 20 drivers in there from 6 and 7. And yeah, I'm really looking forward. It'll be a good night, and as I say, I'm doing the commentary for it, so you know, you should all just watch for me, really. But the driver's second. But yeah, really hope you're all looking forward to that. If you didn't know about that, let's say next Tuesday, 6:30, be here, because yeah, at least we can win the Tuesday night battle because there's nothing else on a Tuesday. So think of it that way. Instant victory. Now, speaking of victory, we've got Michelle up there at top with Bill, Pete, and now Khalifa. For watching Khalifa right now on a new set of the super soft tires. We got nearly 20 viewers. Come on, just share a few more. Come on, it's not that hard. Come on. But yeah, as you all know, I'm very competitive here. I better make sure we aren't losing to ILR6. We're not losing to ILR6, not yet. Good stuff. Don't you all leave now. But yeah, Cleveland now 5th. Phillips just gone P4 there. Look, we got yellow sector 1. That's probably people slowing down. And you see Cleveland. Now, what you have to sort of do, it always feels a bit like train tracks, that corner. Like, if you nail it properly, Ascari, it's fine, as Khalifa did there. But you can get caught on that curb. And he was able to escape the curb very well. He actually took a great line for Ascari. Being brutally honest, it's fantastic. Pretty much the only way you can go for that without being murdered. And he goes fastest as a result. And you can do that, that's fine, that works. But if you just stay on that second curb on the right for too long, you can crash. And yeah. Now we've got someone in the chat, Jimmy Bromley. He's asking about a PC league. I don't know. I think we're considering one at some point for next season. You can DM the ILR Twitter if you have more questions. I'm sure Jack will be thrilled to talk to you. I'm sure Twitter link's in the description somewhere, isn't it? Yes, it's in the link in the description if you want to DM Jack. I'm sure Jack will be thrilled to talk to you anyway. Very nice guy, very reasonable guy. So, yeah, link's in the description for the Twitter. And by the way, follow that as well, people. I mean, we just hit 2,000 followers on that one. And, yeah. Yeah, Jake's wanting to use a keyboard. Well, if you use a keyboard for Tuesday, then we've got a deal there. Now, we saw Wipeout's car was out, and that's where he did end up. That's a horrible death at the exit of Lesmo 2. And, Jake's asking that question once again, the question he's never asked before. Did you know that he races on PC? Did you know that he was leaving us? Leaving the PS4 side, but looks of it. If there's a PC league, he'll be doing that. So, that means we've only got 4 more races together, actually 3 more, because I'm missing the finale of ILR2, so watch that as well. That is 7 PM on this Sunday night. But anyway, we're on board with Prop. I think he's about to finish the lap here, and we are now into the final runs. Khalifa isn't coming out again, so he's done his lap. That's him done, brilliant. Mushalot, let's see how he gets on. This is rather conservative footage chicane there, but that can work for you. And Pete's just ahead of that, so let's watch him. And actually, I want to stay on board, because you may get a little slipstream down here. And we saw how it worked with Kimi Räikkönen in the real race. Slipstream can seriously advantage you. Now, what I normally do through here, you can cut that last bit on the inside, even on strict. But I would only go down to 5th and then up to 6th on the par. It just stops me from spinning round, really. Pete's got all crossed up though through there. Was not great. And now he's a little wide enough in the final corner. This isn't going to go pole position, I don't think. And it doesn't. So Pete, he bigs up his massive time, but it isn't enough at the moment. This guy though doesn't get there either. Mouchelot does not quite make it. Bill, will he steal pole position? What about OKK as well? He's getting ready for a very last minute attack. He'll be by far the last guy across the line. And when he finishes his lap, and here he goes to the final corner. Is Bill going to steal pole here? He needs to make up only 0.2 of a second. Not massive round this track, honestly. If you get one or two chicanes on your first up, that'll be 0.2 right there. And we'll see now, does Bill take it? No. In fact, he didn't improve. Now, KK just got it wrong through the exit towards Curva Grande. Is that going to cost him a chance? He may still keep going. Jacko, by the way, went P11 on the mediums. Nearly got to top 10. That's a good attempt. Baza looks to be struggling a tad as well. What is Murdoch and Jess doing? Jess about to head to the line. Murdoch just behind. And Jess looks like that isn't her first run. No, it's not, because she's nearly out of ERS outlook. So she's giving us more than one attempt. Where's she going to go? Will she improve up the field a little bit? Nope. And Murdoch is into it a bit. Bowser, that didn't sound good. No, it was okay. I thought I heard him in the wall there. I'm not gonna lie. Now there's some slipstream off the back of Pete. Some friendly advice or friendly usefulness, if that makes any sense, from the back of the Ferrari. And Bowser, does he improve his time? No, he deliberately decides not to. And we're now just waiting on OKK. He may have got onto the grass, may have ruined his first sector, but he has still got one more corner to go. He has kept flat out the whole time. Will it pay off for him? Hasn't used that much ERS in this lap, it has to be said, and he is down actually, so he may end up pitting. It's in the 130s, unfortunately. But yeah, still second. Paul McGinnis giving me lovely stuff there in the chat. It's fanboy. I mean, it's a bit weird. Bit weird. But I'm the best commentator. I know he's very good at saying that. Thank you very much, Paul. Hopefully I won't take you out this year as well. Obviously I took you out last season. in ILR3. Now we're in ILR5. Maybe we'll finish 1-2. Anyway, Jacko wanted to be P11, so that gives him the best sort of option for the start there. And anyone outside the top 10 is probably sitting there thinking, good, honestly. If any of those have tested the tyres, they'll know what I'm on about, because it's an absolute horror class on those tyres. The, whatchamacallums? The supers to medium strategy. It does work, like, you can get there, it's just so slow, it feels slow. But, yeah, so everyone outside the top 10 will probably go on to some softs and then on to mediums. It's probably the better way of doing it. Balza is 9th on soft. He's got really good lap there. That's a proper good advantage he'll have there in 9th. And I just have it back in just 1 second. I need to cough. I don't want to cough on the microphone because it's just not very nice, is it? Turn off. Like I say, voice is gone a bit. I don't know if you can tell. I do apologise for that. But yeah, you gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta get my imaginary paycheck. Anyways, dry race again. I haven't really seen too many wet races this season, I don't think, in ILR just in general. It's not nearly as bad as F1 2017. F1 2017 would have wet races every 5 minutes. I think Jacko uploaded a clip actually, I think the other day, from it must have been ILR4 season 3. And it was raining in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, I just sort of brought it home. You just don't get any rain anymore, do you? It doesn't happen. I used to be the guy that brought the rain with me everywhere I went when I first joined ILR2 as a commentator. I've been commentating in this league actually for now over a year. I think I missed my anniversary for it, but still, still, I brought the rain with me there. Not really very much now, unfortunately, but still, probably good thing it's not raining here. That would just cause even more chaos. So let's go through the grid then. Khalifa on pole. Perfect for him as he tries to extend his championship lead. Mouchelot second, Bill third, Pete with a 1:19.2, only four. Oh wait, he's fourth. Just, not as quick as he could have been. Yeah, I was really worried. I set a faster time than you. I'm happy now. I'm not slower than ILR7. Philip 5th, OKK 6th. Boom, love it. 7th, Alex 8th, Bazza 9th. First guy on the softs, Proper 10th. Now, outside the top 10, Jacko, Whiteside and Jess are on the softs. I think they're smart. Straw Blonde, Murdoch, not found anyone. Flying Rob. It could be smart if they know how to conserve the tyres. It could be a little dodgy as then into the back, and now with grass on his tyres goes Rob. Now, as you can see, front right. Luckily, he's starting last anyway, so the damaged tyre, he's not like he's going to fall back. It probably keeps him safer, being brutally honest, into towards turn 1. Now, does anyone do a coulthard and lose it through a scary on the outlap? Let's see. And watch. Oh, Pete, what are you doing? That's not the line. Coulthard. Not quite coulthard, but close. Oh, we have got a coulthard. We've got Alex has done a coulthard. It's just something you always have to look out for, isn't it, really, on this track? It's always going to happen to someone. And unfortunately, I was looking for it this time. I could have not went back. I could have not been looking for it. But unfortunately, you got your 15 seconds of fame in the wall. And Pete, has he got any more grass in his tyre? Did he get it all off? Has he recovered? Has he got concussion after smashing into the wall at top speed? Oh dear. I'm laughing, but I'll probably do that to myself in ILR 5. Anyway, we're waiting for Jess now to line up, not at the back of the grid, because there's 2 guys behind her who have been disqualified already. So she's last on the grid, but not quite. And in fact, she's not even last on the grid. Alex is last on the grid. And we are now getting ready. We're going to have 5 red lights here at the Temple of Speed. It is the Italian Grand Prix of ILR7. And it's lights out, away we go. Rather even start on the front row, but the slipstream down towards turn 1 is mega. Look out for the guys behind. Are we going to see everyone okay? And towards turn 1, it's Khalifa from Mushalot, but down the inside, and there's a very late braking racing point there in the background. And that is going to cause a little bit of damage to some people. And you can see some front wing flying ahead. Pete now up to 3rd. And some people are falling down the field. Whiteside is one of those people. Okay, coming up to 4th. Has Bill got any damage? He was the guy hit. You can see the front right end plate's gone. And I'm pretty sure that was Philip having damage. And there as well, looks like it's Khalifa in a bit of trouble. Now in 2nd. Could it be 3rd? Was there any damage to his Mercedes? As the 2 championship contenders have a little bit of contact. I didn't see what happened to Khalifa, but Mushalot leads this race, and that's into the gravel. Pete, is he under pressure from Bill now? A damaged Mercedes driver trying to pass the Ferrari who's just been in the gravel, but there's no way through and into a Ascari. You'd be a very stupid driver to go down the inside. Oh, he nearly goes for it though. I worried there for a minute. Now, we'll see who comes into the pits at the end of this lap, but certainly not the cleanest, unfortunately, but we're all still alive, we're all okay. It is Mushalot who got away perfectly, eventually got into the lead. I wonder if Khalifa just got the chicane wrong, maybe got on the gravel on the exit or something. Either way, he's now down to P2, looking to make a bit of a comeback. Pete now under some pressure. The front wing damage to Bill's car can actually help get some more straight line speed, funny enough, because there's less front wing to sort of drag you down, but no move into turn 1, and looks like he was really clouded into. And looks like he doesn't have actually any damage. I thought it looked like he had damage from a view I had, but no, apologies, no damage. I just sort of assumed it was him, but nope. Must have been somebody else. We've got Straw Blonde, Boom, and White out in the pits. I don't think they're going to get to the end on these tyres, unfortunately for them. It's too long. I can't see them getting there. So we'll see what happens. I thought I saw someone in the gravel there for a second, but no, we're all okay. On board with Bill as he heads through the second Lesmo. This is where Pete went off on the last lap. It's quite easy just to get dragged a bit wide there. But look at the run again towards Ascari. And on the inside this time, I said he'd be stupid to go for the move. Is he going to back out? No. What about Pete? Surely he has to back off, and he does indeed. And finally falls back down into P4 where he started. But yeah, rather shaky start then to this race for a few of them. Pete had been in the gravel. He had made himself up to P3. He's got back onto 3 again. But he isn't exactly comfortable up there, and it's not helping his championship chances at the moment. He's got Khalifa currently extending his lead, but Mushalot is also extending his lead. And he's still very much in the championship as well. And now Pete onto the grass. Bill surely gets past now towards turn 1. But look at the late braking. We're looking behind from OKK. Because he could get involved with this. So these two going side by side like that. And there's some contact. Where's OKK going to go? He's got a very good run on Pete. He's going to get by Bill. And not quite. He could have went for that on the outside of Curva Grande. Instead, Bill is going back for it on Pete. And you got to say, OKK could have been ahead of the two of them now. He should have a bit more confidence of it. But, yeah, the guys ahead, they're really struggling. And OKK is waiting in the wings to take advantage if he's brave enough, as Bill actually hits the wall on the inside of Lesmo 1. Oh, Lesmo 1, talking too quickly. And, yeah. I wonder how he's done that then. Has he got some oversteer on the entry? That wouldn't make much sense, to be honest, into there. Obviously, the super softs are already starting to die. You don't believe me, but they really are. By lap 5 or lap 6, we could see some people starting to struggle. Murdoch is having a great race so far, up to P8. So far, I think he must be the biggest gainer on the field, surely. With 6 gains, and he is indeed. We have got the black box of death. Oops. That affects me, by the way, as well when it happens. And Pete's in Narnia. He's gone wide at the final corner, and I wonder if he was trying to pit there. I don't know if he was trying to pit or not, just trying to block off Bill. But we're going to go free abreast. OKK, oh, he could have went on the inside there. He could have went down the middle. He can't take advantage if he isn't, you know, confident enough for it. Because these guys are going to kill each other. I can see that, like, but Bill gets ahead of Pete eventually. But, I mean, OKK, honestly, he should be ahead of the two of them. We'll wait and see what these guys do later on, but certainly you'd imagine if OKK got ahead of these guys, he'd start to pull away, because they're very much going for it. I mean, we're getting a great view. You got to say, OKK's having the best view of this race, but if it was me in that situation, I would have went up the inside there, would have went through the middle of those two and given it a go. But oh well. Anyway, Pete then, he's, like I say, championship leader no more. He's now down in 4th. And, well, for the Tifosi, they're probably going to be rather disappointed in this. First season has started so well. It is progressively going downhill very, very quickly. Oh, that's okay. Having a bit of a slide down the exit of Ascari. That's what I was saying. It's the exit where you have the most trouble. I said this in qualifying as Alex gets past. But, yeah. A little warning there for OKK. Just to be a bit more patient, be a bit more careful, I guess, when trying to catch up again, as Pete pits, and I think that might be too early, you know. That's a 2-stop, surely. He can't be going on to mediums. It is a 2-stop. On to the softs. Front wing change, so maybe it was him that got the damage then. I thought it was either him or Bill, but it must have been him. When the racing point, I'm pretty sure it was a racing point, when it was flying to the side. Don't quite know which one it was. But, yeah, Ferrari's day is taking an interesting turn. The early stop isn't the end of the world. He's going to have some clean air. Now, does he get the brakes right into turn 1? I'm sure he'll be prepared for this, but, yes, he has got the brakes relatively okay. He needs to fly now, as a crazy flying. Rob has retired somewhere in the background there. I don't really know where it's happened, but he's out of the race. On a 2-stop, he's probably going to go soft to soft, if he can. We'll have to wait and see. Risky Racer, his teammate, says he might win the race, but not if he keeps driving like that. He's just caked his tyres. As Jacko, I think, has been in the wall on the exit of Lesmo 2. We'll try and get a better view of that. That promotes Jess into the top 10 now. And she's having a brilliant race here so far, along with Murdoch, getting away from the back of the grid and having a good day so far. Now Fernando as well, up into 12th. Can we see the two Williams boys and girl, well, boy and girl, into the points? Oh, Alex has now been overtaken. And that's getting a little bit close for comfort in turn 2. That's how Max Verstappen got his puncture against Massa in 17, I think. But, yeah. The F1 game doesn't work like that. You don't get punches for that type of thing. Luckily, as Jacko pits and gets a penalty for speeding because no one can brake early enough when there's half a front wing on their car. It's just a thing that happens. No one can ever judge the braking by the looks of it. But, yeah. Mouchelot like I say, we never really saw, unfortunately, we put him into the lead of this race, but he is certainly, with the way he's going, he is really putting himself in this championship fight. We saw as OKK now is out of the race. What's happened to him as he went on the exit of Lesmo 2 as well? Yes, there he is. He's gone quite late. I wondered if it was contact over Alex. Is there any damage to the Racing Point car? It's hard to tell, really. I don't know. We'll see if he pits or not. But, yeah, unfortunate there. OKK, being brutally honest with you, he wouldn't have been in that situation if he was patient. If he wasn't patient. If he wasn't too patient. He should have passed Pete and Bill when he had the chance, and now he's put him into that position. He's now out of the race, unfortunately. Now, not Fernando's struggling a little bit, but he is up to P11 now, making his way out the field. Jess now 9th, Murdoch 6th, having a brilliant race, and now on the back of Baza. Baza should now have the advantage over the super soft runners, because these tyres will not be wearing out too much just yet. They'll go another few more laps. The super soft runners should be thinking about pit stops in the next sort of 2 or 3 laps. And yeah, Baza, this is his time now to shine and show the guys what he can do. As he goes into the gravel a little bit, maybe not do that the whole time, it would be useful. But yeah, he's P5, so he's already made some decent gains so far in this race, and that's a genuine P5. I think, I don't see Pete jumping him, being brutally honest. And Okeke says he doesn't understand what happened. Was there contact or something, or did he just lose it? Because it looked like there might have been contact. Obviously, these were close to each. Oh my goodness, Baz has taken the complete wrong line through there. And after I gave him some confidence, I think I may have cursed him a tad. Now, this doesn't end well. To the final corner, he's going to try and find a space, but there's no way through. And Philip will take the two of them. So up to P5 then. Baz is 6th, Murdoch 7th. But oh, that's interesting. As Baz goes up to P6, apparently on an OKK screen it was Jess in the wall. We didn't see Jess in the wall obviously, but well, okay, you're saying he was patient. I know you were patient. I'm saying you were too patient. I'm saying you could have had a go. You know what I mean? You could have had a little go. For third at some point. Now we've got yellow flags. Now that's where the leaders are. But we're not seeing anything there. Now it's green flags waved. And now apparently Jess's car was parked in the middle of nowhere, so there was nowhere to go. We're watching Jess now, and Jess looks perfectly healthy. So I don't really know what's happened there. I don't know if it was a desync thing. It happened in ILR2 last season. I think ZR Mercedes was taken out by, I think it was Goody's car. And he had appeared out of nowhere on his screen. We saw nothing on our screens. I was on board with ZR Mercedes, I think, in fact, when it happened. And it, from where it looked like for us, it just, his tyre flew off. That could be the same thing. A car teleporting. It's purely a netcode thing. Not that that's surprising to anybody, but I think that might have been what happened to you there. Anyway, here comes Pete, looking to make a little bit more grind up. Obviously, he really needs to get a move on now. This two-stop really needs to work for him, because at the moment, we are seeing his championship chances starting to go a bit down the drain. Those 3 DNFs are starting to bite now, as... drop my controller. As Propa comes into the pits. Now, what tyre is this for? Surely mediums. It's a little too late for the two-stop, I think. And, he's using his Tenerife data, is Lenny, to do the classic Owen. I mean, you're a little bit late. I know the time zones are a little bit different, but still. Hope you're having a nice time anyway. I mean, there's not many more creative ways to skip an ILR race than to claim your own holiday. But anyway, no, on a level, hope you're enjoying Tenerife, and, you know, just, yeah, you're missing out though. You're missing out. Big time. Big time. Anyway, Propa out of the pits. Now, his mediums are going to be a little bit cold. Let's see how he handles the first couple of braking zones. Turn 1 wasn't perfect, but we'll see now. This is the one I struggled with the most when I was on a new set of mediums. But as you can see, braking nice and early. They're making sure they're getting through there, so they've clearly got more sense than me. Oh. Oh well. Oh, okay, Lenny's back for Sunday. Okay, good. You're here to die on Sunday then. Good stuff. Oh dear. Anyway, pit stops now are starting to happen. Baz is now going to, as a result of that, start to climb through the field. Now, he'll maybe be starting to hope for a bit of a safety car now, I would have thought. Now, Alex changed his front wing. Was he the racing point that went flying into turn 1, causing all sorts of chaos? Oh, Pro Ope. That's cold tyres again. And, well, he's actually, look at Bill. Now, the undercut here is a bit of a unique one. I think it's a bit like Britain there as well, where you'll pit that lap early and you'll be painfully slow for the first 2 laps, but the guy ahead of you will have to do that as well. And so eventually there'll be a lap where you are flying, and the guy ahead of you, who will have jumped you, almost certainly, you'll then get back past. So we'll see how that one works. But Bill looks like he's starting to get to grips with these tires quickly enough. And yes, I saw Lenny was practicing on his sim with F1 2017 on the flatty paddles, because the brake pedal was broken. Wasn't it the brake pedal that was broken on your sim? And yeah. Still, at least you've got a sim at your hotel. You know, let's not complain here. Now. Oh, wow. Well, let's get to the end. This is interesting now. I never really considered a super soft to soft run, but we're gonna try it. That won't help Bill, actually, because I was assuming that these guys were going to pit onto some mediums. I don't know the softs are going to get to the end. Baz is going to have to be our sort of guy to tell us how that one's going to work. But when I was practicing earlier, I could barely get mediums to the end. How are you going to get softs? Am I really just that bad? I think I'm getting a real reality check here today. But, yeah, wow. So Mouchelot and Khalifa onto the soft compound tyres then. Oh, soft car, that is Whiteout, who I think just broke very late and tried to make the corner, and he just about did it. Fortunately, though, for Alex, had to sort of pretty much stop still to make sure he didn't cream into him. And, yeah, let's see then. Baza, well, that 10 on these tyres, I mean, are they starting to struggle or anything yet? That's a yes. That's a yes in the chat right there. That's a struggle in the chat right there. He's having a bad time of it. And, well, that's 10 laps old. The guys behind here are catching up, have to do 17. This is going to be touch and go. Bill really could be playing himself right into play at the moment. Maybe not right now, but later on, as Boom retires to the session. This could be Bill's day in Italy as Baza takes the lead, of course, on those tyres. It was going to happen eventually, wasn't it? Now, Pete, fast out of the race. He is now obviously still doing the 2-stop. We'll obviously get an idea of how long his tyres can go as well. You'd imagine he'll be doing soft to super then if these guys can make the tyres last as long as it looks like they can. But, yeah, we'll see. Now, Mouchelot passing Murdoch. Murdoch, there's no real point in him defending this, let's be honest. Same with Baza to that certain extent. So we'll see if the Renault moves over. Or, you know, fights it a little hard. We'll see what happens. Mouchelot's got plenty of ERS to use, which is useful. Jay's up to 7th, by the way. Still yet to pit. That's another driver who will be giving us an indication of how long these softs last. And Mouchelot, no way through there. Don't know why he bothered even trying to catch up, if I'm being honest with you there. And he should get past on the exit of Ascari. We saw Basil struggle down the last lap. We're seeing him struggle there in this lap as well. And side by side, down towards the Parabolica for the lead for the second lap in a row. We're going to see Basil involved in a leading battle, but this time he's losing that battle. Mouchelot takes back his lead. And now it's all about trying to get those tyres to the end of the race, which I don't think is going to be very easy. And looks like Baz is also going to make it a little bit more difficult by trying to fight this lead back again. Let's see. This is a league racer's nightmare. Seeing a car yet to pit fighting you for your track position, when really, brutally honest, they don't have any right to fight it. And on the inside, Baz, no way through. Khalifa's going to be licking his lips thinking, that's right, keep fighting, keep fighting. This is helping me very much right now. As we see some yellows. What's happened? It's Jacko doing donuts. He's smashed his front wing up and now he's caught on the curb and he's driving backwards. He's still doing donuts. You do know the season doesn't end until July. But still, I mean, early celebrations are always nice, I guess. But he is being lapped. That's not going too well. And we'll be down to 13 then. Drivers really in contention as Khalifa gets by Baza. In contention for points now. I mean, could we see Straw Blonde and not Fernando in the points today? At the moment, it's looking quite good actually. Straw Blonde, when Jess pits, may fall behind, especially if Jess starts fighting with people. As we're on board with her right now, she's got Murdoch behind. And, oh, we got Card in the chat. Hello! And we got Will in the chat as well. We've got all of our favourites in the chat. All having a good time. And hopefully give me more viewers than ILR6. Let's see, how many we got on this side? 21 on this side. 17 on the other side. Get the hell in. And Murdoch doesn't go for the move on Jess, as we see yellows again. Oh, that's not Fernando. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Just keep moving. You may get points. Please, I've just tried to say you may get points. Let's keep it going. Come on. And Baza pits on 14 laps. 13 laps, actually, sorry, and to be more specific. And comes out in... should be 6th place there. Murdoch's overdone it there. And Baza on to the mediums towards the end of the race. Will we see him get any advantage out of that later on? And Jake sent up the view bot. Obviously, it's for us. Yeah. Please. And oh dear, Jake's having a bad day. If that's not Fernando, who is it? Good question. Well, we'll answer that question later on, because at the moment we've got the championship leader trying to fight a man who could well become his main championship rival very soon. And down towards turn 1, Mouchelot's going to be looking in his mirrors and really having to fight this. This is for the genuine leader of the race now. And look at the run. Khalifa overtake on the ERS and he takes the lead back. It's been 14 laps of Mouchelot in the lead, or net lead, whatever you want to call it. But finally, Khalifa gets it back. And Mouchelot has some work to do. And Pete now, he has to pit again. But we are finding ourselves in the same position as we were at the start of the race. With Pete on the back of Bill and Mouchelot fighting Khalifa. So we shall see what happens there. We've got 20 viewers now, so the view bot is working. And, Mouchelot's struggling already. Like I say, I think this could still be Bill's race, though, because of the tyres. I don't see them getting to the end from here. Jess is now starting to struggle on her tyres. We saw Baza get rid of his before. Surely Jess can't go much longer on those. I do think we could be seeing these tyres falling apart a little bit earlier than these top two might be expecting. And let's see what happens. This feels like a little bit like Indianapolis, actually, the Indy 500. We just had that come by. And this track's a bit like that because what we often would see in the Indy 500 is the lead swapping hands every lap. As, you know, the people get better runs and all that and they're saving fuel. Obviously, we're not saving fuel here, but since the straight is so long, there's always a chance to go for the lead once again, as Mouchelot is doing. And we get the swap once again. So it's every lap we sort of get swap here. It's just about who drops off first, being brutally honest with you, because this can go on for ages, being brutally honest with you. And it's going all the way through the Curva Grande this lap. But Khalifa, what he should do now, as Mouchelot did last lap, is just compose himself, get himself ready for another run at it on the next lap. And that's just how it's going to work the rest of this race, I think. Now, we saw some yellow flags. There goes Alex into P7. And I saw yellow flags, don't know who it's for at all. Who is causing him? Oh, it's not Fernando. Not Fernando's in a bit of trouble there. Jake's telling me that the super sauce to sauce strategy isn't hard. So am I the only one who can't do it then? Am I the only one who's just awful at tyre saving? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, 91% after 20 laps on the mediums. I'm just not very good, clearly. Anyway, here we go. Khalifa around the outside, getting ready for another attack. He should be in the DRS this lap. I think he waited long enough. And he does, so it should be another move for the lead. Side by side, down towards turn 1 and on lap 17, Khalifa takes the lead once again. And Mouchelot will now get ready to set up another move as Pete now does the same thing, making the overtake and getting through into third place. So we've got Mercedes moving everywhere. One going forward, one going backwards. Is Jess going to pit on this lap? Let's wait and see. She's looking very bad actually, so she will be pitting. Has he got a puncture? Thought she was pitting. I thought she had a puncture. She was going really slowly. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm really starting at this point just to try and justify my the tyres don't last thing, but maybe they just don't last for me and they last for everyone else. Now Alex has been off the track there, has to reset himself and go again on the exit of turn 1 and 2. And here's Mouchelot. 0.5 per second. A little bit more ERS. And we'll see an attempt again down towards turn 1 for the Parabolica, who gets a better run. It's not really a great run actually for Mouchelot, but we'll see how much he closes now with his DRS. Khalifa fastest out of the race, and with this type of run, Mouchelot could well be taking that off him. Here we go, down towards turn 1. The Red Bull driver knows he has to get past at some point. He's going for it on the inside for the lead of the race again. And there's some wheel binding there. He nearly got it done, but well, he can't just move the Mercedes out of the way, I guess, can he? So he had a good try there, but now that could potentially set up a move through the exit of Curva Grande as well, because obviously he had to slow Khalifa down by tapping him. But good defence on the Mercedes driver, leaving Mouchelot nowhere to go but the outside. Oh, they hit each other. And luckily no damage there, but they are fighting this hard for the lead of the Italian Grand Prix in ILR7. And also behind we've got Bill and Pete. And Jess pits after 16 laps. So I might be wrong about the tyres. Apologies, I'm just stupid. I would say they're not going to last. What? Yeah, I should just go into a wheel and then judge it, I guess. But anyway, here we go down to the Parabolica once again. Mouchelot. Well, he's much better position this time to go for it than last time. He's halved the gap from 0.6 to 0.3. And let's see. Down the main straight once again. Khalifa can defend for all he wants, but I think Mouchelot's going to be ahead long before the braking zone, and he is into the lead once again as Pete makes his second pit stop. And Khalifa, oh, hope there's no damage. That's all I can hope there. Yellow flags, nothing knows happened, I don't think. Oh, it's Jacko. Jacko's in the wall again. Jacko's having a horror class today. Not even a disaster class, it's just a horror class. And yeah, Pete's out there on the super softs again. Let's see how fast he's going to be. And Baza, I think, is trying to get a slipstream, but he's just so far from even being close relatively at all. There's no real point in doing that. Anyway, Khalifa, no point into a Scary, unless you want to really surprise your opponent, but I'm sure Mouchelot will be wise to this and will not let Khalifa go for it. And that actually gives Khalifa a bit of a poor line into Ascari. That could sort of affect it a bit badly there, but it looks like we're okay. Now, something that I have seen people do in the past on this track is slow down. In fact, you know, I think I even see it in, I think I might have tried it in F2 last year. I don't remember whether I did or not. But basically slowing down, letting the guy pass you just before the Parabolica, and you get the DRS and get to go for it on the main straight. I wonder if we're going to see that tactic employed by a few people, because now we're getting another switch for the lead. There goes Khalifa, past Mouchelot once again into the lead. And we know Mouchelot can brake late. He nearly got by from 0.6 back once. He's a bit of a Daniel Ricciardo in Max's car. Not quite the same thing, but close. Let me have that one. But yeah, good run for Curva Grande again. When are we going to start seeing some moves being successful here? We saw around the outside a couple of laps ago. Mouchelot tried it. He's going to go for a switchback this time into the Lesnos possibly. Charles Leclerc tried that in GP3 once and ended up taking out his teammates. Yeah, he had 3 teammates that day, I think, actually. He took out one of them on the inside wall. Just fun fact, in case you never knew. So, people do try that type of thing. Will's offering to become my engineer for ILR5 once again. Well, you see, I hate to say it, but Matter's been pretty good. You know, ILR Matter, I think he's a race winner. More recent than you. I'm not sure. Well, I think you're both race winners, but you know, you can't be changing your people halfway through the season. But I tell you what, if Matter doesn't make it, you get the job again. I know you are a former engineer, but I mean, I finished like 4th to last in ILR3 with you, my engineer. I don't know if I really trust you. But anyway, more lead battling, and then we got a lap car there as well, which could be a bit of a trouble. But more yellows ahead as well, so be careful, guys. Don't overtake under yellows, as Philip gets overtaken by Pete. And we've got Will doing the F1 2010 engineer. Don't know what you called him, but he was Geordie. Was it Geordie? I can't remember. He was really irritating now. Anyway, it's just sort of lost a bit of momentum there. He was close-ish. You know, at the start of that lap, he could have went for it, but I think it was Khalifa defending a bit better, really, not leaving the inside so open. As Whiteout goes running outside of Pro Opa. Now it's Straw Blonde. That's going to have to be in the pits, unfortunately, soon. And Straw Blonde, it's a shame, because it was looking like a points today on the second race. Aldo's inviting me to practice sessions, which is one, stupid because I'm commentating, but thanks for the invite. And, side by side there into turn 1. And 2, it's giving me a black screen of death again, with black box. You know, I've escaped this. This was like my thing last season, the black box of death at the start. Hopefully it doesn't start coming at the end of the race, but here comes Whiteout. Round the outside, go on, someone give it a proper go and get it successfully done. It'd be great to see. But now, as I say, Straw Blonde has to pit again, and that would promote Jess back up into the points once more. Looking for her second points finish of the season. I think she got points in Australia the very first round. Hasn't scored since. Is looking pretty sweet for today, though. So we shall see what happens there. Now the lead, 1 second now separates the top 2. Is Khalifa starting to drive away from this one? And Will think I'm going to get P10. If I get P10, that'll be my first points in 5 league races, including 1 hub and ILR. I mean, I'd take a point today, but I want to win today. You're going to tune into ILR5 at 8 o'clock, and you're going to watch me win today, people. That's all I'm going to say. I've sweated way too much to screw this up today, but I probably will. Like, I've sweated more for this race than I have for any other race this season. And, I mean, I won Australia with less sweat, so surely, right? Surely. That's Whiteout gets ahead. And should probably quickly go for the schedule again. I know I'd only do this a little bit earlier, but just while we're on the topic of it. Oh, yellows. Is that Philip looking a bit slow there? I think Philip actually had an issue there, but it wasn't him causing the yellows. It was it Jacko again, or is it not Fernando? Feels like a bit of a lottery between those two. Now Jacko's trying to unlap and stuff. But anyway, scheduled. A lot of people like my Instagram. People fall, you know, I'm trying to get skilled people involved with the Instagram thing, because no one seems to understand what commentary is at Sullivan Upper School, which is, it's fine. You know, I'm not too angry about it. But, you know, the people are missing out. They're missing out. So, Instagram, it's not going well. So, sorry, yeah. You just see a notification, but you have to mention it, don't you? Anyway, yeah, got some of the ILR people following it, so, good stuff. I would tell you what my Instagram is, but I don't remember what it is. So, yeah, that's the reason it's not going too well. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Again, I'm with more yellow flags. Just let me do the schedule, which is... We've only got 5 laps to get a schedule done. Right. Ready. 3, 2, 1. After this, we've got ILR4 and ILR5 at 8 PM. We've got Cliffy on ILR4 and we've got Jess on ILR5's commentary. On Friday, we've got ILRs 1, 2, 3 and 4 for the Xbox. That's at 7:30. And I think ILR3 is Jess, and that'll be on YouTube. The rest are on Twitch, I believe. And on Sunday, we've got ILR1 at 5. We've got ILR2 and 3 at 7. And you're going to be watching ILR2 because that's the one I'm in. And then ILR Americas is at 10, I believe. Right, good. Schedule done. Let's go for the lead again. Michelot has caught up. He has less ERS, mind you, but he has caught up, so there's still a chance. And I'm very proud of myself. I got the schedule done there in record time. And I think I might be wrong here, but I think Bill's had a mistake somewhere. It doesn't. Oh, what's up? Who's that? Oh, it's Jacko, of course. I hate to sound surprised, but it's him. Right, I saw Lenny mention Bill. Has Bill been off? Has Bill had a trip in Narnia as Bazzi gets past Murdoch? Because he was a lot closer than this. It's weird. I don't really know what's happened to him there, unfortunately. Anyway, oh my god, maybe he has been in Narnia. And look at that for you, Scary. We've got Khalifa getting all crossed up. Will he try the lift off? Normally you go to the inside, you lift off, let the guy pass you on the outside. There's the line there for the DRS detection. But he hasn't done that. I think someone should try that. Someone should really try that. I have mentioned Philip plenty of times, Lenny. Trust me. Anyway, here comes Michelot for the lead of the race again. And with only 3 laps to go, it's now crunch time, and we're going to get very aggressive with these two once again. We started to get aggressive earlier in this stint. But now as Michelot gets back into the lead again, Khalifa's got to get his elbows out. And look, 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 it's Philip. You happy now, Lenny? It's Philip. It's Philip. Right, and now, like I say, Jake has mentioned Bill. I don't know what's happened to him. We were watching something else, I assume. But yeah, maybe he's just been really slow. I don't know, but he's lost 11 seconds now. He's nearly 20 seconds off the pace. Pete isn't exactly flying up to the back of my He's got some front wing damage. But yeah, I don't know what's happened there. But as I say, it's get your elbows out time, and well, let's see. Into Ascari, how many elbows do you want to stick out there? That's a bit risky, isn't it? So easy to lose the car there, but it can pay off if you can unsettle the guy you're trying to overtake, as Khalifa has done. But that is not what you want to do. You want to be lifting off in a second. Trust me on this, lift off! Because that's going to give Michelot the DRS there, and he's already got a poor line into there, Khalifa. This is not the way you want to be doing this. Although, when you think about it, lap 26, we've got Michelot passing here now, and that means on lap 27, it'll be the reverse of that. Khalifa will be passing on the final lap, and it could leave Michelot in a bit of an awkward situation where he won't be able to get back past. And looks like Alex has got past Jess, and somehow Strablon is still going on those tyres. So, well, I say that, let's not jinx it too early, but he is on for his first points in ILR. And it must just be me who's really bad at conserving my tyres. So we've learned something new today. But some yellows. Strangely, it's not the usual suspects, as Basler gets overtaken there. Anyway, we've got only 1.5 laps to go here. At the temple of speed, we're getting the fastest fight of the season. And into Ascari, Khalifa, this is suicide. Don't do it. You're going to screw yourself over. He gets by, but then Michelot's going to get by. Surely Khalifa, as Alex retires, surely Khalifa, he doesn't realise what he's done there. He's given Michelot a free ticket past. Unless Khalifa is planning on doing that move again on the final lap. We are seeing Michelot being handed the victory here on a plate. He's been given the perfect opportunity to go for it on the final lap. If Khalifa had been more patient, this would have been the other way round. But as it is Michelot into the final lap round the outside of turn 1. That's going to be the move for the lead. What's the exit like? Khalifa's making contact into the wall. And who gets out of here first? I said Bill could have a chance, but he's way too far back. Khalifa will take the lead of this race once again, but he's nearly into the wall again. And we're going to see these two continue their fight. Heavily wounded. And it's Michelot who gets away. But look how much front wing he's missing. Khalifa as well, I think, has got some damage. What are we going to see happen here at the end? Who's going to have enough grip to get to the end? Bill is still in this. Let's see what these guys do. They are, like I say, heavily wounded. They've both just taken a trip into the wall, and we're nearly going side by side into the two Lesmos. Contact again. And these two, if they haven't got their elbows out already, they're really going to go for it. And how are they going to get through here at Sky? They're going to try side by side. They both only got half a front wing, but Khalifa on the outside takes the lead again, and we're getting more contact still, and Khalifa, just about gets ahead. And I think he will keep this one now. This will go to the stewards. I'm nearly 100% sure this will go to the stewards. We've got Khalifa. Did he put Moonshot into the wall there? It's hard to tell, but at the moment, out of the final corner, Khalifa is going to cross the line first, and Moonshot is going to be second, Bill third. If he wasn't so slow on that stand, he could have had a chance there. But here comes Pete as well now on the final corner. He's wounded, and he is going to finish in fourth, unless Philip, unless there's any penalties or whatever. Will Philip pass him? No. But yeah, we've got a very intriguing end to this race. What is gonna happen here? Thoughts in the comments. Whose fault was that? It feels like Khalifa tapped the rear end and put Moonshot in the gravel, but it could be Moonshot squeezing. It's a final lap. You're gonna go for it, obviously, but I have a feeling we're gonna get a bit of an investigation here into this because, well, you can't just crash on the final lap, can you? It's a bit of a mess. And Jess is into the points. Jess into the points then. Looks like we got a puncture for Straw Blonde on the rear left. And Jess is all of a sudden finding herself in a fight for 9th then. So she's going to find herself in the points again. Does she get by Propa? Propa's going to go wide. And Jess on the inside, if she could just get on the par, would have got past there into P9. But she is still going to cross the line. Second point scored of the season, and it is P9. What a brilliant performance there. Second point score of the season. Great job. Propa now 10th there. Straw Blonde. What a shame. Nearly got to the end of those tires. I think I did jinx in the end there. No points for him or not Fernando again. And what a mental end we've had to the Italian Grand Prix. Absolutely mental. And into the wall and out of the race goes Straw Blonde. So that'll promote nothing actually, because nothing has already crossed the line. But it is provisionally, it is very provisional. This is nowhere near the final standings, I don't think, at the moment. It is, for now, Khalifa, who's extended his championship lead, and with a win as well. I think he probably would have extended the lead anyway, because he, Pete's fourth. But, well, he is starting to take control of this championship, and Moonshot is certainly there with him. And either way, I think they're going to finish 1-2. It just depends what order the stewards decide it'll be. But a very controversial and dramatic ending to the Italian Grand Prix here in ILR5. What did I tell you before? Temple of Speed, the Temple of Chaos. And, well, it's produced these results. Khalifa from Moonshot, Bill, Pete really needs to get a move on now in this championship. He's starting to bottle it. Philip, 5th. Baza 6th, Whiteout 7th, Murdoch 8th, Jess 9th, Proba 10th, Straw Blonde 11th, Not Fernando 12th, Jacob 13th, Alex 14th, Callum 15th, I'm assuming that's a call, OKK 16th, and Crazy Flam Rob last. You gotta love it. You gotta love ILR7. Once again, what a brilliant race, and what a crazy end to it. It's an ending that it's gonna be disputed. And I think we're in for a very interesting stewards inquiry. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing punches being thrown. And, well, I will come back to you next week for ILR7 in Japan with all the results of that stewards inquiry. And, yeah, a very interesting, controversial end. ILR5 and ILR4 are at 8 o'clock now. Thank you for everyone who turned up to watch. I think we beat ILR6 this week. We had, constant about 20 people watching, so thank you all so much. And, I've been your commentator, Owen White. This has been ILR7. That was a brilliant race. And, well, safe travels. And vamos. That's new bit to my end.